Buenos días, España.
Soy el humano marrano, no es lo mismo que mecano. Estoy triste pero sano, ahora sabrás el porqué. Mi compañía de discos encontró una mina de oro cuando me contrató. Mi compañía de discos encontró una mina de oro cuando me contrató. Soy el humano otra vez, estoy más triste que ayer. Ya no tengo libertad, me voy al bar a privar. Mi compañía de discos encontró una mina de oro cuando me contrató. Mi compañía de discos encontró una mina de oro cuando me contrató. Mi compañía de discos encontró una mina de oro cuando me contrató. Mi compañía de discos encontró una mina de oro cuando me contrató.
Hablemos claramente. Ahora que nos encontramos en el umbral de la segunda independencia, necesita capitales extranjeros. Pero hablemos claramente. No nos puede limitar hacia ningún país de América. Hablemos claramente. Y llevaron al país a la ignominia de un compromiso que realmente significaba disociamiento de la soberanía nacional en favor de una empresa extranjera. Pero la inversión privada extranjera. Al país le consta que no quisimos nunca tomar ese camino. Pero
And welcome to the radio show, everybody, and good to see you all again, virtually. Thanks for tuning in. We just heard Trouble from the amazing Tales of Brave Ulysses. Varsovia behind that, out of Peru. It's on the Buh label out of Lima, which has been putting out so much great stuff. This came out in, I think, October. Or actually, no, it came out this month. Band has been around since 2012, formed by Dante Gonzalez, who's been in a bunch of Peruvian bands, and I guess the lineup has just shifted around. They played shows with like the Silver Apples and Mueran Humanos, who they definitely have some stuff in common with. But I think Dante himself took off for a while. But this just came out, pretty amazing, kind of industrial, minimal synth stuff, and a track called Hablemos Claramente from Varsovia. And we heard a group called El Humano Marrano and a track called Hymno. This is from a compilation on the Discs Bongo Joe label called La Contraola. It's all synthwave and post-punk from Spain between 1980 and 1986. Pretty amazing track. We heard new stuff from Optic Sync, which is the project of Natalie Hoffman from the Knots. And the record is out on Goner, self-titled. We heard Personified. And from Salt Lake City, the Bennies and Admission of Animal Heritage, We Are Nature, starting off the show. Thanks again for joining us. Got a kind of extended show this week. Some surprises in store, and usual mix of new and old. Thank you all for listening. My name is Brian Turner. Happy to be here with you, and we're going to keep it rolling right now. And we're going to look back to this newly released compilation of Michigan 90s space rock, just out on the Third Man label. Shoegaze, dream pop, whatever you want to call it. The compilation is called Southeast of Saturn, and it's just out now, and this is a band called Glider.
family starts.
Old Navy swimwear.
Only at Old Navy.
Old Navy swimwear.
The fun don't stop.
Introducing Kraft Natural Cheese Crumbles.
The Crumbelievable.
Kraft Crumbles. Intense nuggets of real Kraft cheese crumbled right off the block to give your favorite foods the big cheese taste you love.
The thing you crave. That big cheese taste that blows you away. The Crumbelievable.
Kraft Crumbles. Good. They're Crumbelievable. And try Kraft Crumbles and 3 cheese and mozzarella.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit hungry and there's nothing good for me around.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of craving something that I can't have. Forever I've been praying for a snack in my life, and now I have a brownie and in all of my strife, I finally found the right snack.
There's a new tortilla chip called Salsa Rio Doritos. It's Buffo, Bafo, Bravo, Gung-Ho, Tally-Ho, but never mellow.
Tickle your taste on the tangy tomatoes, flavored peppers, oodles of onions and sassy spices. A new Salsa Rio Doritos.
Now that tongue tickler's quite a stickler. It's confounding, resounding, perplexing, complex, and involuted, convoluted, but it sure feels good. All right.
Tickle your taste on the tangy tomatoes, flavored peppers, oodles of onions and sassy spices. A new Salsa Rio Doritos.
Yeah, tickle your taste. Do try 'em, buy 'em, get 'em, got 'em. Everybody go up and go to Rio. Salsa Rio, everybody.
Tickle your taste on the tangy tomatoes, flavored peppers, oodles of onions and sassy spices. A new Salsa Rio Doritos.
Yeah, try 'em, buy 'em, get 'em, got 'em. Everybody go. You don't say so and so and so and so it goes. Salsa Rio flavored Doritos, brand tortilla chips. Yeah, thank you.
Saddle Mike's gone to Mohegan Sun. The B-bird has flown. No fun, 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 fun. I watched him play some Kokomo and then got sick at the buffet. Saddle Michael Love. Saddle Michael Love. Saddle Michael Love. Saddle Michael. Brian, I've been told that you've been cold to Dennis, Carl, and Luke. Kind remarks for Van Dyke Parks, but Dennis, Carl, and Luke. Saddle Mike's gone to the bottom line, while Brian Cobb's pleased. I'm out of my mind. He beached him for some wonderments. Just fucking smile these boys away. Smile away, smile away, smile away.
Wonderment.
Saddle Michael Love.
Baseball cap.
Saddle Michael Love.
County fair.
Saddle Michael Love. Saddle Michael. Saddle Mike. Oh, love. Saddled Mike.
Saddled Mike.
Oh, love. Saddled Mike.
Saddled Mike.
Oh, love. Saddle Mike.
Saddle Mike.
Oh,
Oh,
Saddle Mike.
Saddle Mike.
Oh,
Oh,
Saddle Mike.
Saddle Mike.
Oh,
Oh,
Saddle Mike.
Saddle Mike.
Oh,
Saddle
Saddle Mike.
Beguiling the hours with fruitless projects, 1,000 precious thoughts miscarried through lack of continued effort, through lack of continued effort. Devour us, they give us up to pillage. The enemy is within the walls that surround your heart. The walls that surround your heart. Devour us, they give us up to pillage. Think of the world that awaits you instead of the emptiness constantly carrying you outside yourself, away from inner satisfaction and a clear memory. Beguiling the hours, 1,000 precious thoughts, through lack of continued efforts, through lack of continued efforts. Devour us, they give us up to
And my friends, that's what we call a deep excavation set there of the 1980s. That was the great Family Fodder from their Monkey Banana Kitchen LP doing Savoir Faire. We heard something from the brand new reissue of Flaming Tunes behind that. Flaming Tunes, the project from 1985, originally out on a cassette, originally a hand-colored cassette, project of Gareth Williams from This Heat and Mary Curry. Some other folks from This Heat join in, including Charles Bullen. And basically this record just came out on vinyl, courtesy of Superior Viaduct, and it is really, really some great DIY snapshot of the London experimental music scene around that time, early mid-1980s, Flaming Tunes. Snapshot of another scene behind that, courtesy of Meatus Murder and Sad Old Michael Love from their amazing album of repossessed covers, let's say, done up in their own style. More songs about bawling and food. And speaking of food, we heard a whole series of ads behind that, including the famous Doritos ad where Tom Waits sued them for stealing his likeness. And we heard a whole bunch of commercials from possibly the greatest compilation of the year, courtesy of the classic trash label out of California. It is called Taste What They've Done to My Oatmeal, the worst compilation ever made, 1978 to 2020. Basically, just reconstituted songs for the sake of advertising, including doing Melting Love as Burning Love by Elvis for Velveeta. There's an Buddy Holly ripoff for Toyota. And we also heard, behind the Doritos, we heard the Bonnie Tyler ripoff for Fiber One, the Kraft Cheeses ripoff of EMF. And then we actually heard actual bands doing Bangles doing a Pringles ad covering I Want Candy. And then the Go-Go's themselves with a Old Navy ad. And it's funny because the Go-Go's also did a Bugle Boy jeans ad, so kind of getting on two sides of jeans there. But pretty awesome artifacts from the 80s from this compilation called Taste What They've Done to My Oatmeal, which of course I remember the ad where they took Look What They've Done to My Song and turned it into Look What They've Done to Oatmeal. And it's funny because, you know, a lot of these songs I'd never heard the originals when I was growing up and assumed that there was really a song about transforming oatmeal. But what are you going to do? You live and learn. You grow wiser with age, ladies and gentlemen. So there you go. We also heard some more 80s artifacts, courtesy of this new compilation of the American Jangle Rock Underground. It's called Strum and Thrum. And if you were in college around 1985 like I was, every single band was whipping out their Rickenbackers and jangling away. And this is a compilation courtesy of Captured Tracks' new Excavations series. And this takes on a whole bunch of 1983 to 1987 tracks. Lots of jangling from the Sex Clark 5, Crippled Pilgrims, Salem 66, 28th Day. And we heard Great Plains, When Do You Say Hello, featuring the awesome Ron House, who is still very much making amazing music these days as well. We heard something from the new Pylon box set out of Athens, Georgia. Live version of Danger 3 that comes with an extras kind of odds and sods collection that comes with this box, which I guess just features all of their releases. We also heard from Glider starting us all off, not quite the 80s but 90s, from Southeast of Saturn, the new compilation of Michigan space rock. And we heard a track called Shift there. And we are back to the future. I'm Brian with you for a a little while longer. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, feel free to email us. We're happy to hear from you. btradio85@gmail.com. We do these shows here every 2 weeks, and we love to get your new music as well. We're going to hear something new right now. This is courtesy of a group from DC called Model Home.
It's everywhere, it's right in your hands, right in your heart, it's right in your head, right on your feet, it's right next to your mind. It's everywhere, it's in the pen, it's in the pen. It's in the pen. It's down, look, can never look, it can never love, it can never say, it can never book, it can never fake it. Truly, yeah, more than anything. Truly, yeah, more than anything. Truly, yeah, unprecedented love, no weather rain. Can't tie down, can't knock it down, can't knock it out, can't take it out. Yeah, it's in your house, living in your couch, living in your bed, living in your head, living in your heart. Stop, cause it's unprecedented love. Stop, fuck what you want, unprecedented love. Unprecedented love, unprecedented love. Yeah, fuck, stop, cause it's unprecedented love. Stop, fuck what you want, unprecedented love. Unprecedented love. Fuck, stop, cause it's unprecedented love. Stop, fuck what you want, unprecedented love. Unprecedented love. Yeah, fuck, stop, cause it's unprecedented love. Stop, fuck what you want, unprecedented love. Unprecedented love. Yeah. What, like who? What? I need presents, love, I need presents. Feel it everywhere. Yeah, it's everywhere. Yeah, it's in the air. I need presents, yeah. I need presents, love, yeah. Like what, who, wow, and where. I need presents, love, in the air. I need presents, love, in the air. Feel it, yeah. Like what, who, wow, and where. I need presents, love, in the air. Some present love in the air. Feel like this boosters, you know we come through with the sounds vibration to keep you moving like what, yeah, what, yeah, stop, cause it's gonna press love, stop, feel what you want, on the present love, I need present love, yeah, stop, cause it's gonna press love, stop, feel what you want, on the present love, I need present love, I need present love, ultimate, we pump it up. Like the ACN, the ventricle, giving you the blood to life, breathe. You say, oh, you gon' kill the misspell, oh, really deep cell, yeah. I need present, yeah, know you see it. Every day, yeah, it's in the air like this, yeah, it's in the air like 90%, everywhere, okay, Lord, and the forest. Only present love, 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 only.
Champion of the night, but I came up from behind and I poked out both your eyes and I left you there for all your friends to find.
I don't like your styles. I don't like the things you do. I don't like your styles. I don't like the way you move. I don't like your styles. I don't like the way you shoot that thing. I don't like the styles. I don't like your styles. When you dance, it smells in here. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, or so the adage goes. I'll poke out both your eyes and then I'll pulverize your nose.
What you got, America? LA.
I hate it.
Chicago.
I hate it.
Portland.
I hate it.
Miami.
I hate it.
New York.
I hate it.
San Francisco.
I hate it.
Brooklyn.
I fucking hate it.
Salt Lake.
I hate it.
Detroit.
I hate it.
Atlanta. Texas.
I hate it.
Tel Aviv.
I hate it.
Memphis.
What's that?
Chattanooga.
I hate it.
Phoenix.
Fuck it.
Boston.
I hate it.
Seattle. Oakland. Cincinnati. Cheyenne. Dance.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Tararabootier. Oh, what a joyful day to frolic and play. What do you say to that? What do you say to that? I was captured in Cambodia, or cavorting with a Cambodian. Anything you need. Name it, name it. Heavens to Murgatroyd. His shooting is approved. Sensitively. He's in the next room. Wonderful, wonderful. I'll just snag him with his teeth straightener. Then it's a go. Unlock the door and make me free. The kid has class, taste, finesse, recognizes talent. What do you say to that? What do you say to that? Come out, come out, come out, wherever you are. Baby yo, grab for heart now, baby yo. In 1 second, tag and stage running. Inconsiderate as that, I'll show up. February 29th. Ain't it the truth? Ain't it the truth? Exit, stage right.
As I play it on the track and treat it later?
Yes, probably.
Because the pure Joe and Eddie sound might be the thing. Because what I'm going to play is pure Joe and Eddie. It's not going to be vamped up or anything. It's exactly what the man would have played 10 years ago. Take back a better effect.
That's just what it needed. Sounds really good.
Right. There was one little goof in it. Did you notice just before the break? There's a time
No,
goof.
I didn't actually.
There's a little time goof. Oh, that's all right.
Who am I? Do I deserve to boil alive? And is that why I signed my shell up to this wretched life? Some days and acts I sense no metaphor. When shades of shame they cast no light. 'Cause what's once striven for status, for connection, shriveled ego, some beat up pride. Who am I? Am I supposed to binge for life? Catch up with social, I don't dare to try. Claw disposition, such a two-edged knife. Some days and acts I sense no metaphor. When shades of shame they cast no light. And in hot water, boiling blobs burst disapproval, leaving no flicker.
Вітер віє, помиває, попелю гуляє, край дороги кобзар сидить, та й на кобзі грає. Кругом його степ, як море, широке синіє. За могилою могила, а там тільки мріє. Сивою старучу приму вітер розвиває, то приляже, то послухає, як кобзар співає.
Another reason I never got picked up when Casey Kasem lost his job, or when David Lee Roth lost his job replacing Howard Stern, was that I just can't find my way out of a damn set. Let's just let it sit on the table like that and be acknowledged. But we heard a lot of music anyway. That was Sareen from the Rises Arias record, track called El Volante. And this is the project of Mariano de Melo, aka Marian Sareen, who's a multi-instrumentalist out of Brazil and is also the drummer of the Deaf Kids. And this is from a new release on the great Portuguese label Lovers and Lollipops. Just out from Sareen. Behind that, we heard some great psychedelic Arabic jazz from an artist out of the UK known as Yaz Ahmed. And this just came out this month as well. Polyhymnia Remixed is the name of the record. That was a track called Ruby Bridges, remixed by DJ Plead. And some info on Yaz Ahmed. Basically, the album came to fruition after discovering Polyhymnia, the ancient Greek muse of music, poetry, and dance, a goddess for the arts, and Yaz created the suite of 6 tracks, each dedicated to individual women, role models who she felt a connection, including Rosa Parks, Malala Yousafzai, Ruby Bridges, Haifa Al-Mansour, and Barbara Thompson all paid tribute on this record, and it sounds quite nice indeed. Once again, from Yaz Ahmed. Behind that, some pretty amazing jazz from Soviet-era Ukraine, courtesy of the Shapoval Sextet. And we heard something from a record from 1976 called Kobzarava Duma and Oi Zibraisa Kozash Pokid Bud. And it's on the Shukai label, which has been putting out all kinds of 60s, 70s, 80s Soviet-era music, especially TV and film music. But this is from a group headed up by Alexander Shepoval, who also was in a band called Vodogray. But this jazz combo, the Shapoval Sextet, released some pieces for a jazz festival that have been lost for 45 years and now out once again, although it looks like the record came and went immediately. But you can still grab it on Bandcamp. Once again, it is the record Kobzareva Duma, 1976, from the Shapoval Sextet. Pretty amazing. Also brand new from Sacred Product, from the new release, which is out on the Eternal Soundcheck label out of Brisbane. The tape, rather, is called Same Old Gag, and we heard Special Zero. That came out a little ways ago as well. We heard Nine Roder and Catch Up with Social, new artist out of Berlin. We also heard some excerpt from a pretty awesome Brian Eno documentary that I saw earlier this week and just threw it on. And if the guitar sound on Needle in the Camel's Eye is just so massive and amazing, and I've always wondered how it was recorded, and lo and behold, in this documentary you see them recording Here Come the Warm Jets in a pretty low-tech studio with all of his friends, and Phil Manzanera plays guitar on that song, and Chris Spedding comes in and lays down his overdub, which is what you heard there. And he basically just had like a really small amp and a really good reverb on it, and that added to the amazing sound of that track. So we heard that from Chris Spedding. We heard The Dead Sea versus Snagglepuss. You heard of The Dead Sea versus Sebadoh. There's a record that they just never knew that they put out, Dead Sea versus Snagglepuss, going out to Tom in Philadelphia. Poorest from a brand new one called Sedimental Gurney and Hamfist Disco USA, brand new from Poorest, and also brand new from the DC combo duo called Model Home, made up of Nappy Nappa and Pat Kane. And from that release, we heard a track entitled Omnipresent Love, and the record is called SE on the Future Times label, which has some really cool stuff on it as well. And that came out in October from Model Home. All here on the radio. Thanks for joining us. And I keep obsessing over the Times Square 40-story animatronic billboard that was going on, counting down the days until 2020 is behind us, reminding us that thank God for the Popeyes chicken sandwich. And, I don't even know what to say, but one good thing about 2020, certainly better than the Popeyes chicken sandwich, is that the Bats are still around, and they have a brand new album. It's called Foothills, and this is Field of Vision. And the Bats filling out the end of the program today. Welcome back to the New Zealanders, New LP, and Flying Nun Records. And thanks everybody for listening in. My name's Brian Turner. Thank you to Efferalgang, and we hope to see you again in 2 weeks. Once again, my email btradio85@gmail.com. And we'd love to hear your music as well. And thanks to Alessia, Pierre, everyone at Efferalgang. And we will speak again in 2 weeks. Stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy. Bye-bye.